guys, this is Mommy Beluga Investing.
Hi there, back again with me Rati and Mommy Beluga Investing. In this video, I'm going to analyze Hotung Investment Holding Limited with the stock symbol BLS. I found this company via SGX website stock screening. My quick take for Hotung are, first, it's high dividend yield company. Second, at the same time, it also a high payout ratio company, which I tend to put more cautious approach to it. As a result, I don't have any plan to make position in Hotung at the current price. Follow my video as I quickly discuss the company's profile, EPS since 2004, dividend and other numbers. Please consider to subscribe because it means a lot for a beginning YouTuber like me. If you have any comments or inputs, do not hesitate to put in comment section. It'll probably help me to get more perspective and learn more. Okay, before getting into the data, I read out the disclaimer first. Disclaimer, this is an amateur video. My main intention is to record my journey, learning and practicing investing from scratch. Over time, you may find some inconsistencies in my analysis and conclusion. Please bear with me because my analysis is limited to the public data that I can access and the scope of my knowledge. Both of those change over time. This video shouldn't replace any financial advice and neither suggestion to take position, buy or sell in the stock market. Please conduct your own research before making any decision, but if you do your research, I hope this video could be useful somehow. Now let's start from a brief company profile. Okay, Hotung Investment Holdings Limited is a venture capital firm specializing in startup and expansion stage investments. It is based in Taipei, Taiwan, and it was founded in 1997. Its main strategy is to invest in various businesses globally with no particular focus on industry. Some of Hotung's investment target include consumer products, retail sector including online retail, photonic precision component manufacturing, biotechnology as well as culture creative industries in Greater China. Other interesting thing about Hotung Investment Holdings is that this is one of the first companies that I analyzed that has female at the top management. Okay, from the company's website, there are about 40 companies in Hotung's portfolio. And here are some of the companies highlighted in their 2020 annual report. M3 Technology is a fabless semiconductor company. And then Seoul Tech is providing R&D for manufacture, sales, and servicing of precision semiconductor equipment. Microloops, okay, provides thermal solution for IT company. Silicon Injection specializes in design and manufacturing of silicone product. Synaptic Medical is a medical device company to develop technologies with a disease area focused on the cardiac arrhythmias and other cardiovascular diseases. While IKKA, okay, specializes in insert molding process. Puri Blood specializes in medical filtration membrane. And iKala, hope I pronounced the name correctly, is an artificial intelligence-driven company that provides their analytical services for other companies. Over the years, Hotungs have been cashing out some of these companies, mostly via public offering, that is listing in the stock exchange. In 2021, okay, Hotung listed EKA in Taiwan Stock Exchange. There's no cash listing in 2020. And then in 2019, it listed 3 companies, 2 in Taipei Stock Exchange, and 1 in Shanghai Stock Exchange. In 2018, it also listed 3 companies, 2 in Taiwan Stock Exchange, and 1 in Taipei Stock Exchange. From this, I also learned that Taiwan Stock Exchange is different from Taipei Stock Exchange. I always learn something new through doing this analysis. Okay, when we look at Hotung's area of interest, majority of the investment are in pharmaceutical industry, where it occupies 23.8 of its portfolio. Then when we look at the ownership of the company, the largest direct shareholder is Tai Lung Capital Inc., followed by Daiwa Capital Markets Singapore Limited. However, the largest deemed shareholders are the two Huangs. So let's take a look further. Okay, from its 2020 annual report, the largest shareholders are the two-person from Huang family. The largest is currently held by Sui Hui Huang, okay, hopefully I pronounced the name correctly, with 22.36%. She is the current president and CEO of the company. The deemed interest is held through Tai Lung Capital Inc., Chung Lung Investment Co., Alps International Co. Limited, and Daiwa Capital Markets Singapore Limited. Okay, the second largest one is the Hotung's founder, Cheng Wang Huang. Okay, hopefully I pronounced them correctly, with 20.12%, where the deemed interest partially held via Tai Lung Capital Inc. and Chung Lung Investment Co. Limited. Okay, so that's a brief profile of Hotung Investment Holding Limited. Now let's take a look at their performance. Okay, as usual, so here I plotted earnings per share for the last 16 years since 2004. I also added a horizontal green dash line as a guide to zero level. Earnings below this line indicate that the company recorded a loss for that particular year. Okay, let's look at the screen now. We can see that Hotung had a pretty some rough years between 2004 to 2008. It recorded a loss in 2004, 2005, and then 2008. Hotung fourth quarter in 2004 attributed the loss due to market slowdown, which several breakdown details are: lower capital gains from divestment as Taiwan's market PE ratio declined. It declined from 36.5 to 17. So I guess 2004 was a kind of market bubble burst in Taiwan market. The second one is the venture capital part of the business wasn't making much money, as well as the securities part of the business. And then in 2005, the company still reported a loss. Majority contributed increase for impairment. I guess lots of companies were struggling in those bear market. The situation changed drastically in 2006 and 2007 before it recorded another loss in 2008. The company reported that the loss mainly attributed to decrease in their portfolio value. It also coupled with lower divestment of its portfolio. This year also coincide with the US subprime collapse. So I guess the situation was not preferable for the stock market. Since then, Hotung seems to come out stronger. It stayed profitable for the last 12 years. Since 2009 till 2020, half-year report in 2021 shows a massive earnings spike. Earnings spike in first half of 2021 seems to be related to the listing of one of its investees, that is ICA in Taiwan Stock Exchange. Okay, so that was a little scrutiny on Hotung's performance. Now let's take a look at how much the shareholders can enjoy from it. That is the dividend. Okay, to see the sensibility of dividend payout, so here I plotted as usual 3 layers of information. The first one is the dividend payout over the last 14 years, which I plotted as red round markers connected by a thick red line, as we can see on the screen. On each of the points, I have annotated with 2 numbers. The numbers above the markers are the dividend payouts in Singapore dollars, and the ones below are the payout ratios to the respective year's earnings per share. As a comparison to the earnings here, I plotted back the earnings per share as a thinner line with the same color, red. Okay, let's look at the screen now. Okay, at a glance, I'm pretty worried with the dividend payout ratio. It is super high. I will disregard the dividend payout till 2010 since it was way higher than its earnings. Even discounting that, the dividend payout frequently higher than the earnings, such as in 2014, 2016, and 2018. Yeah, I'm a little nervous with this company. A bear market might just cripple the company like those in 2004, 2005, and 2008, as we have seen in the previous figure. I could say that 2020 was a short bear as well for the company, but the company seems to be doing fine, so I might be wrong. Anyway, with this huge payout, how does it compare to the stock price? That is the dividend yield. Okay, now this is what a dividend hunter might be waiting so far, the dividend yield history. Here I plotted the average dividend yield per year as the round markers. At each of the markers I placed an error bar, which represent the range of yields over the year. The variation in a year is caused by the volatility or level of the share price. The yield increased if the share price decreased, and vice versa. Okay, now I really can say that Hotung has a very attractive dividend yield. Lately, it could easily fetch out about 7%, definitely higher than bank deposits. If you watch my other video about my personal finance and when I want to retire with this yield, I might be retired within the next 5 years. I'll put the link to that video in the description. Okay, so far I'm in two contradicting stances. Worry about the payout ratio, but attracted with the dividend yield. But anyway, now let's just see the market valuation first before making any decision. Okay, to see Hotung's market valuation, here I plotted 4 layers of information. They are: first, the price, which represents market valuation of the company. It is also the easiest information that I can obtain. I can use the search term Hotung Investment Holding Limited and it'll pop up with this graph. But price alone is sometimes misleading for the value of the company and its prospect. So I'll include some fundamental indicators to help me to decide. Okay, the second layer of information is the 10 times earning multiply, which here I plotted as a dashed green line. 10 times earning multiply can be considered as the price where price to earning, that is the PE ratio, is 10. For me, I consider 10 times earning multiply has two purposes. First, it indicates the price where I have higher chance to break even within 10 years. You could plot 5 times earning multiply if your investment horizon is 5 years. Okay, second, as a consequence for the first reason, I'll consider share price above this 10 times earning multiply to be expensive. Okay, the third layer of information that I have here is the 15 times earning multiply. With the same principle as the 10 times earning multiply, price above this indicator will be deemed as expensive. Here I plotted the 15 times earning multiply as a dashed yellow line, just like the traffic light. I'll start feeling nervous if the price crosses this line, particularly for non-growth company. The fourth layer of information is the 20 times earning multiply. Here I plotted as a dashed red line. I would consider the share price to be super expensive if it ever crossed this line. For non-growth company, I consider to cut down my position if this ever happened. Okay, so now let's see what's going on with Hotung's share price. Okay, let's look at the screen. At a fast glance, Hotung's share price is relatively stable. There are a few dips and spikes for the last 16 years. One of the dip was in 2009, which coincided with the period the company reported a loss right after 2008, where it recorded a loss. Another notable price movement was in actually late 2017, where it poked through the 15 times earning multiply. Okay, in general, I feel that the market valued Hotung share pretty fairly. We could see that the long-term trend is that Hotung share price followed its 10 times earning multiply. Their half annualized earnings spike in 2021, which placed the price now almost 5 earning multiply or PE5. The market doesn't seem to be rushing to procure the stock with the earnings spike, which kind of good for me. Price-wise, I like the price, especially with the increase in earnings in 2021. Okay, now the question is if I am comfortable with the current price. Okay, so here I add a notation to the dash line. The PE10 price is around $3.16 per share. As of 1st of October 2021, when this video was prepared, Hotung is traded at $1.87 per share. So it's really at a very attractive price now. Additionally, in May 2021, Hotung distributed dividend of the amount of equals to around 19 cents. Singapore dollar. With that and the current price, Hotung's dividend yield for 2021 is 10.25%. So now, in conclusion, the company is interesting in terms of market valuation and dividend yield. However, I'm kind of reluctant with the super generous dividend payout. For now, I can't really decide, which means I will not making any position yet. I will sit for a while and mull it over, maybe look a little further on the finance when I have more bandwidth. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave comments, and if this video is useful for you, please subscribe to my channel. It's free for you and it means a lot for a beginning YouTuber like me. Okay, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.